In my hands, I have two devices. The first is the Mayflash GameCube adapter, and the second is the Hori SplitPad Pro with the USB connector. Now, what do these devices have in common, other than I've shown them on this channel before? They connect to multiple devices. You plug this into a Switch, it's detected as a Switch Pro controller. You plug it into a PC, it's detected as an Xbox controller. I showed this off in an older video. And this, I've shown off multiple times, I think now. It connects to your Wii U, it connects to your Switch, and it connects to your PC with this little switch on the back here. And that's really useful for if you want to use, GameCube controllers on a lot of things. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, you own a Wii U. Yeah, I know, funny. But you want to play Smash for Wii U on there. So you plug this in, and then you plug in the controller, and then you start playing. And then you say, okay, I want to go play something on my Switch now. So you unplug this from the Wii U, you plug it into the Switch, and you play a game on there. And then you say, okay, I want to go play something on my PC now. You unplug this from there, and then you plug this into your PC, and you play with the controller on there. Very cool. However, you might have noticed there's a whole lot of unplugging and replugging going on in there. What if there was something that could make this process, just a little more convenient? That's where this comes in. Now this is a USB switcher. Now what exactly is a USB switcher usually used for? It's usually for if you're working with multiple computers and you just have one mouse and keyboard. You plug in the mouse and keyboard and you plug the switcher into all the computers. And let's say you're working on computer number 1. You push button number 1 and it sends the mouse and keyboard input to computer number 1. You do your work on there and then you have to switch over to computer number 2. So you push button number 2 and it disconnects the mouse and keyboard from number 1 and then connects them to number 2. So instead of having to unplug everything and replug it in, you can just do all of that with the push of a button. That's normally what these things are used for. However, if you've seen this channel or you read the title of the video, you know we're not using this for work. We're using this to play games. I might have to make some room on here. Okay, I've made room. Yeah, this thing, I'm taking it out of the box right now. It's actually pretty small. I thought I was gonna have to rearrange this whole thing, but just keeping this right here actually isn't actually an issue. I might have to just shift things over slightly so that it's just perfect. It's good enough, it's good enough. I'll show that off again just for size comparison. It's about the same size, almost. It's a little, it's not as wide, but it's definitely thicker compared to the 8BitDo Lite. About the size of an 8BitDo Lite, which is cool. But yeah, over here on the bottom is going to be where we're going to plug our controllers, and up top here is where we're going to plug in the different systems. What I'm going to do is number 1 is going to be the Steam Deck, number 2 is going to be my main PC, number 3 is going to be my Wii U, and number 4 is going to be my Nintendo Switch. This thing also does come with this little remote so that if you don't feel like walking up to this thing and pushing the buttons, you can just plug the one end of this remote into the front and then have I guess it's more so a clicker than a remote. You can have this somewhere maybe on your couch or whatever. Actually, no, it's not long enough to reach my couch. I wasn't planning on using the clicker anyway. It also does require its own power source. I think I'm just gonna try to run this off of the TV. I have a Roku TV which has a USB port, so I'm probably just going to plug the one end into, well, the back here, and the other end into the USB port on my TV. And for anyone wondering, the USB male to male, it comes with 4 of these cords, and each of these cords is, let's see if I can show it on the camera, like 32 inches. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not showing it on camera very well, but they're each 32 inches. So I guess figure out if you need to buy an extension, a USB extension or not. I don't think I will need any USB extensions. Let's find out. I've got all my stuff connected now. The only thing I had to use the USB extension on was the PC over there, because it's farther away than where all my other stuff is. And you can see on here there's green lights. This tells you which device the input is currently being sent to. So right now the light is on number 1, so that means it's being sent to whatever I plugged number 1 into. On here I have Smash for Wii U. I've got my Wii U gamepad here as player number 1. I'm going to plug in the Mayflash adapter. And then I'm going to plug in the GameCube controller. And then I'm going to push button number 3, and you'll see the light switched over to number 3. And when I move this, look at that. Now it's connected to the Wii U. Now, I've got over here my Nintendo Switch. I'm going to boot up Smash Brothers. I'm going to switch the video input or output. Now currently, I still have it connected to the Wii U, but once I push button number 4, you'll see the green light switch to number 4, and when I move the stick, it starts up the title screen. That's normal. I push the A button. Nothing happens on the gamepad, but it happens on the Switch. Now, over here, I've got my Steam Deck. Currently, I'm playing Infinite Wealth on it. So I'm going to plug in my Steam Deck. I'm going to switch the video. And I'm going to flip the PC switch on the adapter. Now, right now it's still connected to the Switch, but once I push button number 1, green light changes. Here's the Wii U gamepad. Nothing happens on the gamepad, but look at that. It happens on the Steam Deck. Look at that. Now, the last thing I've got is my PC. So, I'm going to switch over to my PC and I don't think you'll really see it very well, but currently it says at the top, I don't know how well it'll come up on camera. Currently it says no controllers detected, but once I push button number 4 on here, not 4, number 2, silly me, I push button number 2, green light switches over, and it should come up saying PlayStation 3 controller, because that's how the Mayflash adapter works. It's D input, and I think the PS3 used D input. So now, when I click on begin test here, oh, is this the wrong one? Hold on. Yeah, you've got like 4 ports on this thing, so you've got to like figure out which one it is. There it is. Now, I don't know how well you'll see it, but I'm going to slide it down here. And I've got the GameCube controller. I move the stick around, the stick moves around. I push the buttons, and the buttons light up. Oh, you can't really see the shoulder buttons on the camera, so I'll just stick with the face buttons. But yeah, look at that. A fun little USB switcher for your game systems. Very, very neat, very cool. That was my demonstration of using a USB switcher for a hypothetical scenario. Now, is this like a must-have thing for your setup? No, not really. I mean, the majority of people, myself included, just use wireless controllers anyway. But if you're someone who maybe you have a bunch of systems with a bunch of wired controllers or dongles or adapters, and you want to have just 4 dedicated controller ports for all of those systems, this might not be a bad idea for you. Or if you have an alternate idea of what you could use this little thing for, leave them down in the comments below. I'll have a link to this switcher in the description for anyone who wants to get themselves one. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did not, I have other videos you can check out. You might like those instead. And regardless of whether or not you enjoyed the video, I hope you got something out of it, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.